What's going on, guys? It's been a minute, but today I came with a ton of value that you're gonna love. So for the past 8 months, I have been extremely quiet on YouTube. No post on my Instagram, very little post on my Twitter, and I only recently started posting on my TikTok. And that is because I have been building a digital marketing agency. For the last 8 months, I have literally done nothing else except for try to figure out how do I build and scale this digital marketing agency. In that time, I've worked with extremely big businesses that do multi-millions of dollars in sales. I've worked with really small curators and grown them from basically no following to an extremely big one. I've worked with people who already had humongous personal brands and even been able to grow one of my clients' accounts to over 1 million followers in just under 60 days. On top of that, I've been able to make a full-time income running this business, and it's only been 8 months. So in today's video, I plan on documenting a lot of that journey and sharing so many of the secrets that I've learned throughout this entire 8 months. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about just my experience, my story, where I've been for the past 8 months. We're gonna talk about things I wish I would have known when I first started the business. And then most importantly, we're gonna talk about if building a social media marketing agency is worth it. Is it actually a good side hustle? Is it something that you can do how I did and make it your full-time income? Is building a social media marketing agency dead? And you're gonna get my opinion on that at the end of this video. So to start off, I graduated school in December. Graduated college, yay. I absolutely hated it. I hated all of school. I didn't really want to go to college in the first place, which I will probably be talking about in another video. But I was doing everything that I thought you were supposed to do whenever you're leaving college. Like, I got a full-time corporate gig. I had just bought a new apartment. Like, I was moving and doing a lot of the things in my life that like you're supposed to do whenever you graduate college. And the truth is, I absolutely hated it. I literally could not go to sleep at night. I was filled with so much anxiety, and I really found out that the 9-to-5 life is not for me. Which is what led me one day, literally the week before Christmas. I was sitting in my room praying, trying to figure out like, what does my life look like? Because I refused to ever go back into that office again. And I randomly found a YouTube video about starting up a digital marketing agency. Now, if you guys know anything about me or like the history of this channel, I have an extensive career in e-commerce, but honestly, when COVID started, I put that whole thing behind me and I really just didn't want to do it anymore. But whenever I kind of felt like I didn't have any options, I remember how much I really used to love being in e-commerce, being in the entire digital marketing space. And I thought, well, if I could scale up to hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales, then I can probably do it for other people and charge a few $100s a month on a recurring basis. That's exactly what I did. I literally quit the job that day, text my boss, told him like, look, man, I'm not coming back. I dropped off my laptop, and then I decided I was gonna start up a digital marketing agency. The problem was I didn't know how to start up a digital marketing agency. So I probably had about 2 to 3 months, if I really pushed it, worth of money saved up. And I told myself like, bro, you gotta figure out how to start making money, because in 2 to 3 months, I was basically gonna be homeless. I ran across a course. It was Montel Gordon's course. I think it's closed right now, but if it's not, I'm gonna try to link it here. The course was actually $2,000 for the course and then the one-on-one training that I bought. And that training basically taught me everything that I needed to know as far as the foundation for me to get started. Now remember, I didn't have a ton of money saved up to be spending $2,000 just out the blue. So that was a humongous risk for me, but I went on ahead and did it anyway. So I went on ahead and I followed all of the advice in the course, and literally in just 3 days, I had closed my first client for $800 a month. Now, this client would even up to date go on to be my biggest client because they were actually a TikToker, shout out to Yeasloth, who when I first started working with him had just under 2 million followers. At the end of our, I believe it was like 60-day contract, he had over 3 million followers, had a lot of his back end stuff set up, and then like had an actual plan moving forward with growing his business. And after that, I was like, okay, like, I think I can do this. That is when I went on, and 6, 7, 8 months later, down the line, I'm here now. And like I said, I have worked with so many clients up until this point, And I plan on documenting the things that I've learned and the things that I will continue to learn. Everything from like managing taxes to being able to actually grow on social media platforms, and most importantly, talking to other social media marketer owners on different tips, different advice. And my entire goal is to literally build a community of entrepreneurs, business peoples, and even artists where we can collaborate and share beautiful things together. But that's just my dream. We'll keep going with the rest of the story. Since running all of that, at least from my start, I've really got my business to a really, really great place. I have about 2 or 3 employees. Really, they're more like freelancers and VAs that work for me, and they help automate a lot of my day. So no joke, I spend a lot of my time playing Call of Duty, getting on calls every now and again, and kind of just collecting checks. It is far from passive income because I still work my butt off when I need to, but for the majority of my day, I'm kind of just doing whatever I want to do. That made me think, why not capitalize on the extra free time I have to not only close more clients, but to also share value from people who might want to see it. Literally anybody that was in the place that I was in 6, 7, 8 months ago with very little money and trying to figure out how do I get started. If you want to start up a business like this, well, then I'll be here to help hold your hand and literally guide you through it. I started up with literally very, very, very little money and still found out some way to get it done. So you don't have to spend $2,000 on the course. So because I've already done it, I plan on giving you everything I know away for free through this platform. Let's hop into the next part of the video. Here are a few things I wish I would have known when I first started the business. The first thing I wish I would have known is that building any business takes a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of grunt work, it's a lot of long hours, and now I can kind of sit back and not have to work as hard. But in the beginning, guys, I no joke will work 8 to 12 hours a day. I built this business as a cash flow business. This isn't the business I'm gonna pass down to my kids. This isn't the business that will make me $1 million. This is literally the business that I built to help sustain my lifestyle and all of my bills. And keeping that in mind, that actually pushes me over to the next thing I wish I would have known. It is really hard to trust people that you met on Upwork, that you even got a referral from, any virtual assistant to run different aspects of your business. Guys, there are no joke virtual assistants in my business who do their job, and I literally have very little to no clue what they do, and I literally just have to trust that the things that they're doing are correct. Now, of course, I can go in, I can check it, I can always ask for like documents and reports and all of that, but that gets really, really tedious. And I hired them to do a specific job. So since I hired them to do the job, I have to hope and expect that the job that they're doing is right on par with what they're supposed to be doing. And that level of trust of me literally not having a lot of control with like my baby, my business, this thing that I've started, and it's honestly been able to help me fund my lifestyle, is sometimes really hard. I think the very last thing that I wish I would have known is taking risk is by far the most beneficial and rewarding thing that you can ever do, especially whenever you take those risks on yourself. Guys, I had no clue when I first started this business that it was gonna work. I didn't know where my money was gonna come from. I did not know I was gonna close a client in 3 days after starting a business. I didn't know I was gonna close even more clients after that. And on top of that, I had no clue what was gonna go on 7 to 8 months from now. And now I'm here, sitting here talking to you and hopefully being able to bring you some value and just simply tell you that if you have an idea, whether it's starting a social media marketing agency, whether it's starting your own boutique, whether it's becoming a creator or influencer, if you don't take the risk, you'll never know what potentially could have happened. My biggest advice, the biggest thing I wish I would have known, was to take that risk and to take it sooner. Don't spend any time, once you know you're destined to do something, don't spend any time thinking about it. Just go do it, because if you're called to do it, life has a funny way of working itself out and moving things out of its way and moving some things in your path so that you can accomplish the dream that you know you're supposed to. Should you start up a social media marketing agency? Is it a dead business? Is it something you can actually do? And my answer is absolutely yes. This has been by far, honestly, a big headache of a business, but it's literally my favorite one to run. And I've run a ton of other businesses before. You can go back on my page and just see all of those. But this social media marketing agency, it's not dead. You can still do it. It's not, because of Web3 and crypto, like all of the things that you hear about social media marketing and like the Facebook ad update, like you can still run a successful digital marketing agency. And literally, I'm going to dedicate this entire channel to showing you how I did it and how you can do the exact same thing. This is by far an amazing business to run because it has extremely little overhead, and you're offering a service to businesses. Not always people, I mean creators, influencers sometimes, but whenever you specialize like somewhat what I do, I offer my services to businesses, which means I am offering my services to people who can afford to pay me anywhere from $800 to $2,400 a month because they're already making money. And if I position myself as the person in front of them that can help them make more money, then my clients are happy to pay me whatever my invoice price is, simply because I am trading them value for cash. So guys, those are some of my thoughts. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Honestly, I plan on making a ton of more content about social media, about how to keep going forward, about like literally how you can get started doing what I'm doing, talking to people on my iPhone, and really hustling, really making like your dream become a reality. You have to take really big risks, but at the end of the day, when you work your ass off and when you really double down on your dream, amazing things can happen. And that is what I plan on sharing with you on this channel. So until next time, peace.